All right, last episode we did part 1. We did the Macallan 12-year triple cask fine oak. Now we're going to dabble into the Macallan 15-year double oak. So, glass, need a fresh glass. Here we go. That's kind of dry. That needs to be fixed a little bit. So, without further ado, let's get into the pour. And while we're here, might as well do this. Just, I know some people say to do this. I don't really usually do that, but I guess I need to because this cork's starting to dry out. This one's fresh, so that one's better. Alright, so this one, dried fruits, caramel, and vanilla. And again, this is the 15-year-old double cask matured exclusively in the perfect balance of hand-picked sherry-seasoned American and European oak casks. On the back, color, golden butterscotch, versus this one, rich straw. So we definitely see it's a little bit darker. Aroma, dried fruits, toffee, and vanilla with smooth oak, baked apple, balanced with notes of honey and chocolate. That's a mouthful. Can definitely smell some of it. I can definitely pick up the dried fruits and the toffee. Don't really got the vanilla there. Really smelling that baked apple, big time. With notes of honey and chocolate, man, I could go for an apple pie right now. That'd be a good time. Maybe throw on a little cheddar cheese on there just to spice it up. Does anybody else do that? I never used to do that ever, but then a friend of mine said that he does that. He learned it from somebody else, and I was like, ugh, like, what's wrong with you? Why would you do that? And he's like, well, makes sense. You eat cheddar cheese sometimes with apple, like it balances right. And I was like, oh, I guess that's kind of true. And then I tried it on apple pie, and man, with the cinnamon, I wouldn't say do it all the time. I only do it very, very rarely, but when you do, damn, that's a good time. Palate. Well, I guess before we get to the palate, just stick to the aroma, but I should probably try and taste this first. But anyway, the palate, sweet raisin and sultana builds with hints of vanilla, wood spice, and citrus. Here's mud in your eye, boys. I got the wood spice, a little bit of the citrus, maybe a little bit of raisin. I almost wonder if there's like, I almost feel like I taste like nutmeg or banana or something in there too. I know this one said nutmeg. Yeah, palate, nutmeg right at the very end. I could just be talking on my butt for all I know. Probably am, because this ain't no professional channel, so what do I know? The finish, warm ginger turning to caramel and citrus with a creamy mouth feel. Yeah, I would say that's probably pretty accurate. Caramel, citrus, creamy mouth feel. Yeah, I would agree with that. If you didn't watch the previous video, the part 1 with the triple cask 12, I was saying that generally I like the double more because it's a little bit more complex, versus this is a little bit more just like a pedestrian scotch, if you will. Just because it's got the finish in the bourbon barrels, it's a little bit more even keel, just like normal, no thrills. It's just like a nice, easy drinking scotch. This has just a little bit more depth. But the other thing you're probably wondering, is the 15 everything it's cut out to be, and is it that much better than the 12? Because this in Canada, I believe I paid $175 for this, around there, and it's actually, as right after I bought it, a couple weeks later, it went up. I think it's like $190 now, versus the 12 is like, used to be under 100, used to be like 90 something, now it's probably like 105. So overall, I would say no, the 15 is not worth the extra price and is not that much better than the 12. I would say the difference is very negligible. and the 12 is practically just as good. So I would say, as good as this is, save your money and just get the 12. Which I think is actually one of the next bottles I'm gonna get. This is about a third gone. I'm just gonna put this into the back of the collection and just forget about it, and I'm just gonna go after the 12. And then this guy can have a little friend to hang out with on the shelf. So, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time out and checking out these videos, and I really appreciate you. So thank you very much again for your time, and we'll see you in the next one.